This review is for the Trushell polarized replacement lenses, and in this case, it's for the Oakley Latch sunglasses. So I ordered these back in mid-September. It's been about 2 weeks, and I'm finally doing the review. The package comes in a bag, so it's sealed, and everything that you need is in a box here. So the box basically shows you the schematic of the glasses that you're going to be doing the lens replacement on. Not necessarily something that you're going to need to see because the lens replacement itself is pretty straightforward for most glasses. This is the pair that I'm going to be replacing. I actually found these on the bottom of a river while I was diving. They had barnacles all over them and they were pretty gross. So I cleaned them off with vinegar. It's going to be a separate video for that process. But as you can see, the lenses are well scratched up and worn. Altogether, they're not in bad shape, but I wanted to get some lenses replaced, so I got these. Um, Upon seeing them for the first time, they look a lot better than the ones that were in my glasses. And I think that if you've got lenses that are scratched, dinged, or marred, or anything, you're going to be pleasantly surprised if you get yourself a set of these. These are again the stock Oakley glasses. I don't know how much damage the water did over the years to these glasses, but this is a little polarized sheet that the company includes, and as you can see, it's kind of giving a weird result. It shouldn't look like that. It should just look um, like you should see the fish show up black, but it's not. Uh, so the original Oakley lenses are not performing all that well. So this is a great opportunity to replace some lenses. Um, so so I've never tried to replace glasses before, so here I am sort of attempting to pry them out with the glasses at room temperature. And I can tell that this is not the way that you should be doing this. I'm anticipating that there's probably going to be some heat involved. So if you buy lenses, just be aware that you are going to need to apply some heat. There's several ways to do that, and the way I went with was a heat gun. You don't have to use a heat gun. You could use a hair dryer. You could use a bowl of hot water. All of those would be fine. The trick is you just got to get the polymers, the plastic in the glass, to just loosen up a little bit. Get some energy flowing through them. Usually, my rule of thumb when I'm working with plastics is I use it. If I'm using a heat gun to bend it, it's just to get it to the point where I can kind of start to smell it, and then it's you don't want it too hot to the touch. So this heat gun is one I got from Harbor Freight. You can use any heat gun you want. Like I said, you can use a hair dryer, but the heat gun's on the lower setting of the two settings, and I go around the frame. I moved it out of the frame here because I didn't want to melt my photography booth. Um, so I'm off the camera right now, heating it, but I'm just going around the sides of the frame, and again I'm feeling it periodically because I want to make sure that it's getting hot, but it's not burning or melting. I don't want it to have any kind of permanent deformation. I'm testing. I can feel that it's starting to feel a little bit elastic. You can even see there that the frame is starting to give, and just like that, the lens pops right out. I focused the heat gun on the one half of the frame. This one, it didn't take a whole lot of work to get it to pop out. Those are pretty gross. They've got like some marine fouling going on around the edges there that were actually kind of stinking a little bit. They smell like the river. Um, so I'm gonna go wash these frames in some vinegar and some hot water. So here I'm back, and this time I'm wearing gloves because I'm going to be handling the lenses. So these are clean gloves, just standard like food working gloves. So here the frames are out, and now it's time to test the product. Um, I didn't want to potentially scratch the lenses, or get fingerprints all over them and oils all over them. So I'm protecting my hands here. You don't have to use gloves. I would highly recommend it though. Taking the lenses out for the first time. They look good. Heck of a lot better than the originals. They're certainly the right size. A quick test fit shows that that's a good cut. So if you've got a pair of Oakley latches, or I'm guessing that the specs are pretty tight, for the tolerances are tight for all the lenses that this company produces, based on my experience with them with this set. I didn't know what to expect, but um, I gotta say I am thrilled with how these came out. Um, I would, if the next time I get scratched lenses, if they have the same lenses for the glasses that I have, I will definitely be buying replacement lenses from this company. Um, yeah, these are great. So here I am just reheating the frames again since they've cooled down, because I'm going to need them to be soft again for when I put the lenses back in. I definitely don't want to hurt these lenses. So I line them up. I don't know if it matters too much how you do this, but if I had to make a recommendation, I'd say get like the two, like the long, like the horizontal side, get those two ends in first, and then kind of work your use the long part of the frame to bend so that you can pop the middle of the lens back in. It's just going to be less of a torque on all of it, on the whole system. So I even had to reheat it because it wasn't bending enough. But once I did, gave it a squeeze, and the lens went right in the slot, like it was made for it. Already looking better. Same deal with the second one. I'm just going to heat it up using a heat gun. Like I said, you can use a hair dryer, you can use a bowl of hot water. It doesn't take too long, maybe 10-15 seconds. And again, I'm using the low setting. You don't want to burn these glasses. If you warp them, then the lenses are not going to fit, and it's going to be impossible to get the glasses back to where they were, and you're probably not going to be able to salvage that frame back to its original state. So it's pretty hot to the touch. I can feel it's bendy. I mean, if you've ever had a plastic thing on a super hot car, like closed in your car in the sun, you know how things start to feel soft. That's exactly what we're doing here. That's it. Just like that. It's like you got a brand new pair of sunglasses. These lenses look a lot better than the original ones. I think the original ones that came with these, I mean, these are like $200 sunglasses. And the lenses were marginal at best. But these, they look great, and they fit like a glove. So let's test the polarization filter. See how it looks. You can see there's like the outline of a fish in there. Well, we can't see it, but let's see what happens when we hold the lens in front, and bam, just like that, it pops. I mean, look at that. What a great, clean image. No glare whatsoever. When I was a surf lifeguard, one of the things that we were taught, I don't know if it's true or not because I'm not an expert, but one of the things they taught was, if you hold your glasses out in front of you, like at arm's length, and you hold them so that you're like looking at a horizontal line, you should not see the line deformed at all, because that would imply that your lenses have a bend in them, and that puts extra strain on your eyes. Again, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've tested it with cheap glasses, and I've noticed it. And I had some really nice, expensive Costa Del Mars, and I noticed that it was like flat, and it was noticeably more comfortable to wear the Costas. And here I'm doing the straight line test, and I see no deformation whatsoever. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, these lenses are awesome. The polarization works great. They look great. They fit great. They're easy to replace. I mean, what else can you ask for? This is great. If you have an old pair of sunglasses, and this company can make, or this company has a set that'll fit, like $25. Like, get them. Fix that old pair of sunglasses. Put them back into service. We owe it to the planet. 5 stars. These are great.